Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Now, several people have been asking if I could help them out trying to hold a tile or at least just save the hero on a tile. Now, I'm going to go over that a little bit today. Kind of just going to go over the gear and gems that you want to use on a tile. So, obviously the best choices that you can get, but not everybody's going to have all these or an unlimited supply of them. So I'm going to go over a couple others that you can actually use. Alright, so not everybody's going to have gem set bonus, but gem set bonus would be the best choice for gems to use on this because you're going for health and attack. Now, I think it's the Guardian health set. Yeah, Guardian health gem set's going to work the best because it gives some attack and some health. Now, not everybody's going to have that, so I put some other gems in here so you guys can see which ones you kind of want to use. Other gems that you can use, you're kind of aiming for mostly attack. Health if you can get it, and then health debuff if you run out of both of those. So you want the Gem of Power, that's going to give you 25% attack, 35% attack, 20% attack, 5% defense, and 35% troop attack on the Leap Year gem. And if you run out of those kinds of gems, there's other ones you can substitute, like 4th gem if you don't have the Leap Year one. But you do have this one, that will work. And if you don't have enough of these, you can always just use the Dragonfire gems or something like that. They give the 25% attack boost. Now, if you run out of these normal gems, you can always use the Behemoth gem. It's going to give you a little bit of attack and a little bit of health. And that's going to help you out. Gems you don't really want to use a whole lot of would be probably defense gems or attack debuff. It would help if you don't have any of this, but that's not really what you want on a tile. Defense gems don't work as well because you can't put 1 billion troops on a tile. Defense works really well with higher troop numbers, whereas health works better with lower troop numbers. So that's kind of why you don't want to use defense instead of health. Try to get health if you can. And of course, other gems you can substitute in here if you don't have these is the normal health gem, rose gem, things like that. They give health, attack, or health debuff. That's your 3 main stats you kind of want to go for. That's going to help you the most. And of course, if you are a bigger player and you have the workshop upgrade, upgrading your gear will help you out some. If you can get it to +5, this isn't actually all +4, only a couple pieces it glitched out and showing them all +4 right now. But if you can get them all to +5 or something like that, that will help you a tremendous amount. But not everybody's going to do that, especially for a tile, and I get that. And then those glitched way out. Those saying +10. Of course, can't even go to +10. Alright, anyways, let's go over skill trees you can use for this kind of setup here. Individual attacks, that'll help some, not a whole lot. You got your troop health here, health debuff, attack debuff, your altars for those big boosts of all 3 of those. Full set bonus because you're wearing Lady Justice, it will help quite a bit. Troop health on a tile, that's quite a bit. It's 150% health on a tile. Troop defense, because it gives so much, it will be helpful if you can max that out. Troop attack, troop health, that's quite a bit, that's 350%. Troop attack on a tile, that's going to help you out some when you actually try to take it from somebody. And that's about it. You're just aiming for the basic attack, health, and health debuff. Now obviously if your hero's 70 you can do it a little bit different, or if your hero's low you're going to have to do it a little bit different. So I'm going to go over more essential stuff to max out. So if you are a lower hero, you only want to do troop health. health debuff, attack debuff. These 2 altars, you don't need that as much. These 2 altars, troop health, troop attack, and if you're this high, troop health and attack on tile. But again, that's if you're a lower hero. Just try to cover the more essential stuff to kind of use. And that if you're going to use a full set. There is other custom sets of gear you can actually use to do this, which would make that kind of useless. But if you're going to use Lady Justice or Hera or something like that, that will be helpful. Okay, so another kind of setup you can do for this skill tree. This one's a tiny bit different. It's not a massive change here. Just built for more defense debuff. And that will help some. It's not going to make a massive difference because on a tile, most people don't really go for a whole lot of defense because of what I said. Lower troop counts don't hold up as well if you try to stack defense on them. It's health that's going to save them if it's a smaller count of troops. So that's what that one looks like. It's not a whole lot different, but it is a tiny bit. So as for a tile, I'm going to go ahead and say the troops that you kind of want to use on a tile. You don't want to put one kind of troop on a tile unless you know exactly what someone has on there. And if you're fighting for it, there's usually several people going for it, so that's not going to work out as well. Like if you put all infantry on a tile, it's very easy for someone to just core up with Artemis and take your hero. So you don't want to do that. Now with these sets, they're not able to do that. What you're going to do is use an even mix of every tier 4. Not siege, but every tier 4, like infantry, ranging, cavalry, all the way across the board. Strategics, regulars, and wilds, an even mix of them. And that's going to make it very hard for them to have an advantage over you. And they can't really hit you with anything but the same thing. And hopefully someone's cores are better, or their march is bigger, or their research is better. And that's going to determine who wins. And that makes it extremely hard for them to take your hero, which for a little guy, it really does come down to the research and march size and all that. And it's going to be pretty much impossible to kind of hold it from a bigger person that's maxed out. So what I'm trying to do is help you guys at least not lose your hero, because it is very hard to beat a maxed out person, especially if they really know what they're doing. But you do have a chance to keep your hero and maybe walk from a hit from them if you don't manage to pull in time. And hopefully this helps you guys out some. You're just aiming for attack, health, and then health debuff if you run out of the other two. And if you can't get those, attack debuff and defense debuff a little bit might help, especially if they're running Lady Justice or Hera. They have a little bit of defense you can take, but again, it's not going to help them all that much. So you don't want to aim for defense debuff. Set bonuses, if you guys have the full set research and all that, and you are a bigger player that has a lot of this. Health, attack, and health debuff is what you're aiming for, and you just keep resetting until you get what you want. But that's kind of what you're going after. And then on my hair, I've got health debuff, I think. Yep. 96% health debuff. And then 33 for the small one. So that's kind of what you're going for, set bonuses, if you guys have that. Smaller people might not have that, so that's another disadvantage they have on that. But hopefully this will help them kind of keep a hero. Other core sets that you can possibly use for this would be, if you don't have these, you could set up several different types of customs with some of the pieces from these and others and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get into all that on how to build those. Another set you can use would be Dread. Dread can be set up for this. It's not the best core to use, but it does have a lot of health debuff and some attack. So you got a chance of possibly keeping your hero if you would hit by a big guy. If you've got it set up correctly, you may get to walk from that. That's pretty much all there is to a tile, guys. You're mainly just stacking those three things: attack, health, and health debuff. That's going to help you the most on the tile. And I'll be making more of these videos, so if you guys want to know more about this, just leave a comment and I'll try to include it in my next video. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully this was helpful.